Hi everyone, I'm Favor Bumi Afuye. So excited to meet you in good health this morning. I want to continue with the series I spoke about the last time. I'm going to start a series about the woman series. So, I'm a woman, so everything that has to do with the woman also affects me. So, and that's why we have to kind of wake up from our stupor to understand the woman and place her properly so that we can gain all the benefits that is embedded in this being called woman. So, I have sat down while growing up. I hated to be a woman. So sometimes I you see me dressing like a man, talk like a man, and all that. Because of what I have seen. So there is no joy being a woman because of what I have seen, how the society treats the woman, and how the Bible spoke about the woman like being inferior to the man is more superior than the woman, but with that, because of how I didn't want it, I didn't know that God was preparing something to come out of me, which is to correct our perception about the woman. Now, if you read the Bible in the law of Moses, you will hear that when you catch a woman in adultery, you stone her to death, but nothing is done to the man. Then, when you catch your wife in adultery, that you should give her the bill of divorce. So, when the woman catches the man in adultery, so what she should do to the man? Nothing is done to the man. So, it's like it's the man's word, kind of. So, while growing up, I hated that word, a woman. I didn't want anybody to even, I always want to feel I have my right. It makes me to become feminist even as a child. I hated being a woman. I regretted. I always questioned God, why did you create me a woman? I should have been a man. So I just feel there is no dignity being a woman because you're like inferior to the man and all that. So until I got a better understanding that okay, it's not that way. It's just because we've been living in the error for centuries. So that's why the woman again and again and again and again we see her as an inferior being instead of an equal being. So now, before God called Abraham out, and before the children of Israel, before Israel came to be as a nation or as a people, what was obtainable was that the woman was treated as a second class. So, and you don't expect when God start revealing revelation to move people away from what they understand. It has to be in line with what they understand, then gradually move them to something higher. So that was why the Bible was written the way it was written, and the law was given the way it was given. So, with this understanding, when you move to Revelation, to New Testament, you realize that in the Old Testament you marry more than one wife, and there was nothing wrong with it. You take women as much as you want. There was nothing wrong with that because that was the state where God met humanity. So now, it to move to a kind of show humanity something more, he has to accept what has been the way they have been before he will move them to something higher. So in the New Testament, you see that you cannot have more than one wife. You understand? So he moved us gradually to what is better. So, and the same thing with the way we have treated women. We treat women as second hand. She doesn't have value except in sexual fulfillment to the man. Then in having children, that's where her value increases. So this was where we were. And till today, you see that women have the mentality of dressing to be sexually appealing because of this mentality. And this was where we have been. This is where we have been. Until today, we have not totally left that level. So the woman doesn't have any what? doesn't have any value except in childbearing and in sexual activity satisfaction to the man. So this was where we were. So I don't know. There is so much to be said, but people have complained that my video is always long, so I have to cut it short. So please, I'll continue from here in my next series. So the Lord bless us and keep us in Jesus' name. Thanks for listening once again, and favor for me. Thank you.